if we were to look at, let's say, the Indian kitchen, and if we were to say like, okay, here are the things that we've been doing wrong now. Maybe back in the days, our grandmothers, things used to be certain way, and then we have messed up. Maybe because we wanted things, in a different way, much faster, quicker. So what would be few things like we can start with,
I think
oils?
I think like one of the biggest things that I would want out of kitchens is seed oils itself, right? And a lot of people are surprised when I say that, because when let's even talk about what are seed oils. So seed oils are seed or vegetable oils are oils that are coming in from seeds, like your groundnut, sunflower, mustard, sesame. Now, a lot of these oils, people say that they have been traditional use. Like sesame seed oil is used popularly in the south. Groundnut is what is used in the west, like Maharashtra, Gujarat. Groundnut oil is used. Up north, you'll see a lot of mustard oil, sarson ka tel, that is used, right? But these oils really came into our consumption after industrialization came in, because we did not have the technology to crush a seed and remove the oil out of it, fill it in a bottle, and then use it for convenience, right? So it's really industrialization that bought it. And if you look at the first use of seed oils, like canola oil and all, they were used in the lubricant industry.
Oh.
They were not even used in the food industry.
Wow.
Even to date, the grease and lubricant industry, like iThrive's CEO comes from the lubricant industry background, right? But grease, lubricant industry, they still use seed oils. These were not part of human consumption. It's just that the industrialized way of making these oils made them very cheap. And obviously they're very, very high margin, high profit products, right? So it was very easy to kind of push them in the market. Now, the question then is, what was used traditionally before these seed oils came? In the south, mostly it was coconut and coconut oil that was used as the fat source. Everywhere else, it was ghee, right? It was like most people had cows at their homes. Most people would kind of have milk and butter and curd being made at home, and they would use ghee for cooking. Now the debate is on like the level of hormones and the injections that go into cows and the quality of the ghee and all of that, right? So there are ways to work that around, right? Like I personally source butter from a local dairy where I know what they're feeding the cows, right? Like I just know the source. It's a very local guy. I'm not looking at these big brands or these marquee brands where there's no control. And then I buy butter from him and I make ghee at home. It doesn't take any time. Like twice a month I make ghee and it's enough for me. So these are the fats that we really need.
So, but now you mentioned like no seed oil. Then what happens with the seed oil?
So why are seed oils bad, right? So seed oils are very high in a fatty acid called omega-6. So we've heard of omega-3s. A lot of people are taking omega-3 supplements, but there are omega-3, omega-6 and omega-9, 3 kinds of fatty acids. So seed oils are very high in these omega-6 fatty acids. What omega-6 do to us, inherently, the signaling that they do inside our cells is they indicate that it's winter is here. Like, I'm not quoting Game of Thrones, but they really indicate that, because it's only in the absence of animal fats that humans might go and forage for nuts and seeds and look for them. So too much omega-3 goes into your cells and it starts creating something called as insulin resistance, which then leads to diabetes. Okay, so if you see how diabetes ka incidence globally has been increasing and you look at seed oil consumption, there's a huge correlation. Second, seed oils also are quite inflammatory in nature. So they start damaging your cellular structure. So when we eliminate seed oils from people's diets, right, like there are blood markers to see inflammation. You can look at CRP, ESR and all of that. But when we eliminate seed oils, just doing that one thing can start bringing down inflammation in the body. So inflammation comes down, it prevents diabetes from happening. Your cells also start functioning better when you remove seed oils, when you include more saturated fat. And like how it translates externally. Now this is internally, right, at a cellular level. No one's like taking a microscope and looking at cells. How it translates externally is you will start losing weight, you will start feeling more energetic, your brain will start functioning better because it's getting the right kind of fat. So that's why I say, like, if people think sugar is really bad, so white sugar, yes, it is bad, but seed oils, right, the problem is if you consume seed oil today at a cellular level, it can remain inside your body for 660 days.
Wow.
That's 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So sugar will still get processed within a day and it will get metabolized and eliminated from your body. You'll feel a little groggy. Some people get hyper with sugar. Some people have that dopamine, like, they crash after a sugary meal. But it's still a 24-hour journey unless you're consuming sugar every day. But seed oils can remain in your body for that long, right?
Wow.
So it takes that long to reverse seed oil damage. And it's something that, again, mainstream doesn't often talk about. You often
So
have
what
a
are
lot
the
of
alternatives then?
ghee, butter, coconut oil, and if someone's open to cooking in what's called as tallow, like actual animal fat itself.
Acha.
There are cultures that cook in that also,
Oh,
right? So
I haven't heard of it.
yeah. So it's more ancient, like tribal people do that, right? Where they take the animal fat itself. For people who are vegetarian, vegans, this might sound a little too gross.
Yeah.
But they cook in that, right? So those fats are very high in something called as stearic acid, which is really good for your cells.
Acha.
So ghee, butter, coconut oil, in that order.